perhaps could add the stamp of an amen at the end of my comments. Dear Barbara, Daniel, Your Excellency, Your Royal Highness, and dear and beloved guests who have gathered here with us this evening, it is indeed my distinct honor, pleasure, and privilege, joy to be able to say with a few Spartan words about how I feel this evening to be standing in the very place where Nikola Tesla lived. We have a teaching in the Orthodox Church. We call it a theologumena, and it is about human encounters. And I feel that it's come to pass this evening. I was absolutely enthralled when I was being shown around the house and how it was explained to me that the two of them were both Tesla enthusiasts and had no idea that the house that they were bartering for 2 years was the house that Tesla lived in until the very end. So some might say, what a coincidence. I would say absolutely not. It was divine intervention that somebody the likes of them would live here. And that teaching of ours falls in line with this, and the teaching is the following: that each and every human encounter, regardless of its brevity or longevity, leaves its imprint on the human soul. And we take that encounter with us into eternity. And so also something perhaps inanimate as the house still has his touch on it, and it's still very palpable here. I think everybody who walked into the bedroom could sense that. I know that I most certainly did, to think that this is the room that he woke up in every day, that he went to sleep at every night, and then hearing many, many different stories about it. And I thank you so very kindly for preserving the uniqueness of that house, because one, as we would say, can never say Tesla was. We would say Tesla is. He's still here. He's still with us. The consul mentioned that he's the man who changed the world. He did. He's called the person who lit the world. And for us, that is something which is so pertinent, because as Tesla himself stated, it is only the divine, God himself, who is the creator of all. We take what God has given us and we fashion it thereafter. But the initial work was done entirely by God. It's up to us to be able to take that, sort it out, reuse it, and purpose it. And so we do. And so Tesla, by lighting up the world, has given us illumination and enlightenment. And something that in our modern age I greatly lament is that education is something which is being lost. And the gift which Tesla gave us is precisely enlightenment, and we forget that education and enlightenment are synonymous. They're one and the same. But we forget that by education you receive light. And this is why Tesla was the humanitarian that he was, because he wanted to gift the world with free electricity. And he was well financed, as you know, by J.P. Morgan and others, all up until he espoused his plan to give free energy to the world. And at that point, he was cut off. His project here was cut off, and so on. And so he suffered the repercussions of his humanness, of his wanting to do something on behalf of all humanity, not on behalf of himself. But that shows you the genius of the man. And I remember growing up here in America and going through elementary school, especially in the state of Ohio, you never heard about Tesla because we were home to Edison. So it was Thomas Edison and nobody else. Thomas Edison, yes, he discovered how to make a filament out of tungsten, which would keep lighting longer. That's his contribution, and thank God for that, of course. But Tesla, I would mention, what about Tesla? And they would say, oh, no, he was nothing. But now he's coming back in many ways, shapes and forms, even a car named after him. Everybody uses a mobile phone, as we call it, what, a device today? But that was his idea, you see. So we owe him much because he keeps impacting on the world. The discovery of the world through Tesla has not even been near completion. We continue to discover what he already knew and what he taught. I apologize for having gone on length, but I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you for your most kind hospitality. In Orthodoxy, hospitality is considered a prime virtue.